Welcome back. We're ready and raring to get into a second map between these two teams. The first one was a bit of an easy time for LDLC. They got themselves all tied up in a bow very quickly. But now we head over to NAVI Junior's map pick and Truman. Do you think NAVI Junior can take us to a third, or do you reckon LDLC are going to put a stop to it here?
Oh, they're definitely going to have to show something more than they showed on that first map, because that was a little bit, well, I'd say problematic, to say the least. Too much not really being able to get anything done there. But new map, new chances, and that's what we're looking for here, for a little bit of a reinvigorated Navi Junior. It's all going to come down to, well, not going to come down to specifically, but that knife round is going to be very crucial for them to start on that CT side.
Yeah, CT side generally the more favoured on train. You generally see teams putting up more rounds. NAVI Junior, they can actually play both sides very well. Like, they generally win, looking at the stats, they win about 60% of rounds just played in general on both CT and T. So, as in, like, they win about 6% of the T rounds, 6% of their CT rounds, so they're pretty balanced. They don't have a general preference one way or another, so that'll be interesting to see. And obviously, that means that if LDLC do get a solid sort of T half, it's not going to be an easy closer like you might usually expect after a situation like that.
Yeah, it tends to be, if one team gets stomped, all of a sudden the second map, it's a completely different story. And I do hope that we get to see that, because Navi Junior, I mean, Monesi and Anke are definitely not performing the what you'd expect from them to star players on that Navi Junior side. Though, to be fair, I was really impressed by, just in general, LDLC. Some great shots from Maka. Especially the IGL looked incredible in that round. Was Lambert that really got a lot of the early game frags to get his team all the way on top immediately.
Yeah, hopefully we won't be waiting much longer for this knife round to go live, and then we can just see, well, we can see who's going to be starting on what side and getting ourselves underway. And obviously, Train, we sort of mentioned it before, but now has been removed from the active pool by the CS:GO devs. So after, I think, RMR, well, after this major that we get in Stockholm, the following RMRs and majors will be played with Ancient. But I think some TOs might bite the bullet and add Ancient in a little bit sooner than that.
Yeah, some of them might even do it next week, depending on, of course, if they want to. I assume so. If a new tournament starts up, that they take it on the new map pool. Because, to be fair, that's definitely one of the things that I would be looking out for. It would be the first team that's going to be playing in this new map, just in this new patch on the new map, because, well, it's all new, it's fresh, and that might just get yourselves all the attention that you want. A quick knife coming through is going to be able to take it. It's going to be LDLC, and, well, they'll most definitely start on the CT side.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen. Oh, no, okay, there we go. It does switch over. They do start CT side. I was a bit worried for a moment there because it looked like they're resetting to the T spawn, but no, we're ready to get going as well as LDLC take their chance at the defense first. But as we said, NAVI Junior pretty prolific on the T side as well. So let's see if they can get themselves underway early. Whether LDLC are going to continue the momentum from Inferno.
Yeah, Navi Junior, what are their T-strats? Will it be enough to deal with LDLC? Of course, we said it previously, Opper's Heaven, one of the best opping maps in the game. CTs tend to go for double AWP setups normally on Train. And, well, This is Maka's playground. Sixer as well on the secondary AWP can definitely do a lot of damage, but it starts off with Fear finding the opening pick. Nice gooch from Uncare, and they are rotating a third player to defend that B bomb site. Navi Jr. find the opening pick and immediately pull the brakes, not going for the full-on rush forward. And look at that. It's a 4-man LDLC stack towards the B bomb site. And Navi Jr. just running down the clock. Oh, we've seen them run down the clock a little bit too much before. The execution is going to come through. Nade being thrown out, close range. Lambert's going to peek and finds himself a kill. A lot of there is. Oh my! What? What just happened?
Eos just obliterated them at ramp there.
I mean, they just all fall apart. Maka and kills get all 4 kills. Bomb done. Okay.
Respectable. I respect it. LDLC starting off strong and getting that pistol round under their belt. Navi Jr., they went for that classic B hit. Doesn't work out. Lambert tried to take that aggression early. I mean, he went 1 for 1. He didn't do a bad job, but now he has been Zeused. That is an enjoyable experience for everybody involved except Lambert. Eos, however, is going to start to rally it back into the LDLC advantage here. 2 kills for him on the FAMAS. And Onke was able to salvage that MP7 that Lambert did drop on his demise. But yeah, anything more coming for this round would be great for Navi Jr. It's unlikely. Haji's still over towards his B site, just knocking them down. Not going to allow them the bomb plant, as Menezes now the last man alive. 1 versus 4, and he is going to fall to a similar fate. But yeah, Dynix. that was a real groan.
Oh, that sounds so incredibly weird in slow motion.
I love it. I love the Zeus.
It's such a weird item to just have it included into the game.
Yeah. I'm waiting for like special items from cases to now start including Zeus skins. Whenever we get them,
Everyone's been waiting for that one forever.
Yeah, I feel like when Zeus skins are introduced, it should be on the same level as gloves and knives. I think that's only fair.
Zeus skins, bomb skins.
Yeah, instead of
one who plants it.
I just can't wait for all of the excitement from players in the open boxes, and then they realize it's a Zeus skin. But Cynix finding a nice opening kill. His teammates need to try and follow up, and they seem to be doing enough here. With the bomb site secured, the bomb rotating its way in towards it. Menezes going to keep on finding damage here for them, finding Lambert, taking him down, but look at the aggression from, well, thought they were going to go aggressive there, up over heaven. Instead, Kios is going to spray down Cynix from the top of those trains, and now a 2-on-3. They could push forward. They could still find a reasonable amount of damage here, LDLC, and maybe even the round, as 1 player watching the back calls, 2 players in the site. LDLC needs to start picking up the pace here. 20 seconds on the clock. They have a hit for Kios, and he is the one deeper, but losing his teammate all on him. Might just back away. Has been spotted out, has been taken down. And Menezes with 3 kills in the round.
A bit of a resurgence. We saw him really struggling on Inferno, surprisingly enough. And LDLC, they will lose that round to Navi Jr. Money is actually not great for the CT side either from the previous round. And yeah, they are probably going to eco in this one. Couple of pistols being purchased, and hope to buy the big boy guns in the next round. Even though that would still not necessarily be the best buy for LDLC, considering everything is so incredibly expensive. But if they can do some economic damage here to Navi Jr., maybe save the gun,
Well,
could be a big difference maker. Yeah, that's just, well, rip Lambert.
Maybe LDLC find a kill or 2 here, but at the moment, Navi Jr. looking clean with these rifles out. There's more. Getting tagged up a little bit, needs to be careful, but it is just Haji alone against 5, and a kill here, maybe. Not even that. clean round from NAVI Junior. All 5 players survive. Exactly what you need as they tie up the scoreline. But LDLC going to be able to buy into this one. Do they go for the AWP though? Sixer could drop one over, I think, to Maka, if that's what they prefer. Let's see what they decide to do here. No, Maka buys a glass cannon AWP. Why would you do that?
I don't know.
Maybe if you want a bit of extra utility, but I don't know. I just feel like glass cannon open, it's great and all, but when you've got the option to have armor with that AWP, surely you take that.
Yeah, you definitely normally would, but then again, let's see if Maka with that glass cannon can find those kills and make it worth it. Of course, they would otherwise have very slim to no utility on the
Maka would have been able
LDLC
to get up.
side.
Maka would have been able to
Yeah,
make
true.
up for the utility that Sixer wouldn't have. So
A
I
little
don't
bit,
know.
yeah.
Just seems like a weird choice to me. But
Nice
yeah,
catch.
kill. Yeah.
Man advantage for Navi Jr. on the T side, looking pretty A-okay. Lambert's very good in the previous map. Right now, 1-5-0. Not having the same performance just yet in these early rounds. The shadow spotted out and the spray comes through. But there's the push coming in and the kills favoring the terrorist side. Maka with the AWP falling back. Haji as well. They're going to save their weapons. And that's Navi Jr. getting their third.
But I thought it was Menezi who found that shot on the player top of trades after praying the shadow would flick him. But no, it's Cynix. A more reasonable outcome from that. It's going to be, yeah, as you say, Navi Jr. taking the lead and Haji, Maka saving these weapons. Navi Jr., if they can keep racking up some rounds on this T side, things are going to get very, 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 very difficult for the Frenchman. And the Belgian, obviously. Kios is Belgium as far as I'm aware. But, yeah, it's going to get very difficult for them. Because, obviously, they are more prolific, more proficient, the LDLC side, on that defense. Just because of the nature of train. And if they're not able to get that sort of advantage, even if it's just 8-7, 9-6, they're not able to get that, it's going to put a lot of pressure on them to pick up the pistol and get momentum going early on and try and limit that economy for the what will then be Navi Junior CT side. So we'll have to wait and see how this one prevail or pans out. But Navi Junior already 3 on the board after LDLC found the pistol. This is certainly a good start for them, and they'll look to keep things going as they should be able to find a 4th here with LDLC not enough economy to buy up around these saved weapons. So it will just be the M4. Maybe Maka gets some Kevlar with its AWP. Buys down to around that sort of $1,800, $1,900 mark. But yeah, there won't be anything really more than that. Maybe a couple P250s if they're feeling a little bit cheeky.
Yeah, a couple of that probably is going to be the case here. Only Deagles, P250s. AWP of Maka, their main goal is to do as much damage as possible and save that AWP. That's, I mean, of course, there's a chance that they can win the round. And that's, you know, in case Maka finds himself a quick double, that would be the most opportune possibility there. But you should just already get ready to save it if the need arises. Ankar against Haji right behind the smoke. Little Ankar find okay, his positioning is now known towards Sandwich, and the CETs, they rotate almost everyone in. Ankar catches off guard the Lambert push coming through, and now creeping in. They're just finding the frags here. Navi Jr. killing everyone. It's only Kios and Maka left, and yep, they're immediately running away to save the op.
Yeah, you may as well. It's a weapon you don't have to buy up in the next round. It's a very expensive weapon that you won't have to buy up. If you can get a kill here as well, if Fear maybe challenges against him, that'd be nice, but looks like it's actually going to be a double peek coming through. And Maka makes it out alive, gets the kill onto Fear, and actually backs away. So that's a good one from him, but needs to be careful of now the ramp push from Ornke that might catch him out. No, Maka is quick. Eos as well, finding Pogolov. A lot of damage being done by LDLC here as they keep these weapons alive. Navi Jr. are only going to keep Menezi and Steinix alive. As obviously, they have lots of cash to fall back on. But, yeah, I think once you've already lost 2 players, maybe that's the time you sort of think, okay, let's just let them save these weapons and keep our own economy strong. But obviously, they've got like 10k for 3 players now, I think. So, obviously not in any sort of danger in this rebuy.
No, but you're not too far in just yet. A 4-2 scoreline. You do want to keep it healthy as much as you possibly can. Rebuying AWPs are rather costly. It's double AWP setup for LDLC though. This time 6 are on that secondary and a little bit of a change up to try and surprise Navi Jr. because Navi Jr. on Train looked like a completely different team than they did on Inferno.
Yeah, that was sort of to be expected. I mean, I did expect more from Navi on Inferno, but Train, a very strong map for this Navi Junior side, so it was always going to be a completely sort of rejuvenated Navi Junior, I feel like.
Well, they definitely do look rejuvenated. Utility on the CT side running low, only a couple of flashes left. And that op is definitely going to need to find the pick onto Fear if he's going to go for the wide peak. Maka keeping an eye on it. They rotated their third player from the B towards the A bomb site. And Navi Jr. doing a Navi strat, running down the clock as much as possible, which, well, on Inferno, it went wrong a couple of times. Well, more than just a couple of times.
Still got 40 seconds to play with here. That's plenty of time to get yourself into one of these bomb sites, but they, as you see, are starting to sort of collate themselves over towards Brown Halls. So it looks like B site is going to be their point of impact, and you can go very late in towards B on Train. Bomb site so very close, and you can very quickly get yourself in towards the site as now they start pushing. They actually drop the bomb down the ramp first. So if anybody's watching that, they see the bomb slide down, and then the players come. But Haji does find an opening.
On site.
Nice shot from Menezi, though. Does give themselves a 4-on-4, and he's just covering, making sure nobody's going to be going aggressive. As the bomb gets planted, 4-on-4 retake required. Sixers up, hoping to find a shot, and there's a great kill. As Menezi offers himself up. Oh, the flashbang! Oh, 1K gives himself up just before the flashbang pops, and then he can't find the kills. Fierce in the site has Progolov for a bit of assistance. Lambert now alone with Sixer against Pogolov, and he's going to be able to deny the bomb defuse. And does Sixer have time? He's not got a kit. Does Lambert, as it's less than 10 seconds on the clock? And no, he doesn't. No time for the defuse.
Oh my god.
And Pogolov just about wins it out there.
How does he get the opportunity to wide peek for that long to kill the bomb diffuser? That should never be the case. Oh, that is just a painful loss for LDLC.
Daily quests over at LOOT.BET are a great way to try and get even more from your bets. Head over to LOOT.BET and check them out, because you can get stuff like free bets from them and other sorts of rewards. But now into this next round, LDLC obviously saving that AWP from 6, so they continue in a double AWP setup. Menezi, oh, look at this angle. Almost gets caught out by the player on top of the train, but just not enough of him shown there as he backs away safely.
Yeah, that round was just a little bit of a don't be a loser by a diffuser situation. But hey, it happens every once in a while. Nonetheless, LDLC 3 rounds behind on the CT side of Train. Navi Jr. looking pretty solid right now. That previous round was rather costly, but as you previously mentioned, they've got plenty of money still left to play with. Menezi finds Maka, and that's a man advantage secured again for the Navi Junior side. LDLC drop coming in, and yeah, they're gonna find everything for the time being. LDLC, they gotta get the recovery going right now, but will it be possible? No utility except for one flash on Sixer, and they're losing everyone on the French side.
Just Agi and 6 remain, unless they can conjure up something in their magic pot. It's going to be a very, very simple 6 for the Navi side. Bomb about to get planted. Sixer will tuck up in with his teammate over towards Old Bomb, but they do find a couple kills, and Navi Jr. just needs to be careful, make sure they shut this one down. The kill from Menezzi should do just that, as Sixer now the last man alive. 40 HP for him, and he's sort of hemmed in towards Old Bomb at the moment. Can escape through CT if he wants to, and it looks like he will. But look at the push from Cynix. He's already running through that B-bomb site to try and cut Sixer off. He's over towards here, though, Sixer. He should be fine. Not sure how much deeper Cynix really wants to go, but... Oh, hello. Hello, Sixer needs to find the shot, does collect it, and that should keep him all safe and tucked in. Fear is chasing, though, and oh, no, the missed shot! Sixer really didn't need to peek that, I don't think. But he does go for it either way and pays the price, so no AWP saved for them. Navi Jr. cut off that flow into the next round. Cynix finding 3 opening kills so far for the Navi Jr. side as well. That's very well done from him. Only 1 kill found to open up around by the LDLC side, and that was Haji. And I think that was... Actually, no, is that right? Not sure. I think, because I remember Lambert, he got the first kill of the pistol round, didn't he? Over towards B. Maybe I'm wrong, though, as Maka, that's a very nice shot. That's Menezzi being clapped over towards main. They're just going to recover that AWP, make sure they can't get their grubby hands on it, and rightly so, because Lambert has just pushed in with that smoke. And he would have collected the AWP if not for Fear.
Well, they are going to push in. Fear finds 1, but a double peek.
Oh, no.
Triple peek, actually. The kill's coming through, and that's bomb control as well. So, Navi Jr. not a great position to be in. Does know where at least 1 more CT would be. Oh, my God. Finds it. Nice execute. What is happening? They've got bomb control. What? Now it's Haji. I guess the bomb must have been around the corner and they didn't know that they had bomb control, but somehow Navi Jr. win that round because LDLC, they give them the targets. They don't just hold back and defend where they're at. They just peek into these Navi Jr. players and they find everything.
Well, Navi Jr. bailed out of a round there. Double AWPs do come through for LDLC once again as they will elect to try and get themselves an early fight. Instead, it's Menezzi, who this time, he went down in the previous round early. This time he gets the kill early. Team a nice opening. Haji caught out towards Brownhorse trying to find intel, and that should be the round sorted. Menezzi going to fade away from main as well as a nade comes flying through. And LDLC, all 3 of their players right now towards A. They just go for the save once this bomb is planted. There's no way you can go for this 3-on-5 retake.
Well, it is going to be the control of T main right now, but it doesn't mean anything. They're just going to save that double AWP setup. And, well, Navi Jr. win the T side of Train. And they do it very dominantly, with LDLC only being able to secure 2 rounds so far. And, like, not even any of the other rounds getting close. It's mainly just being destroyed completely. Another situation of one of the teams just using the first game as a DM.
Well, it was always going to be a tough first map for an Navi Junior on Inferno. Don't really have any good records on it. But yeah, I think I was a little bit surprised by the way LDLC played on that map. Certainly, though, Navi Junior are much more accustomed to Train. They play it plenty, and LDLC feeling that wrath right now as Navi Junior, as you say, already have 8 rounds on the board. And I said earlier on as well, if LDLC can find themselves, well, LDLC probably really need like 8 or 9 rounds on the CT side because Navi Jr. very prolific on both sides of Train. So that's really going to be a sting for the LDLC side right now, as that sort of mark has already been and gone. And NAVI Junior, they still have plenty of time here to find even more. Could be seeing, what, a 13-2 half? If NAVI Junior continue to just play the way they are right now.
Well, it is going to be now LDLC trying to recover, at least keep that scoreline close. To be able to find it, though, or is NAVI Junior just going to continue their stride, finding these opening picks, finding the advantages? Monesi, completely different as well. I mean, this is more of an Oppers map, so of course it's a lot better for him to run than Inferno T-side, which, you know, a lot of teams don't even pick up a T-sided op on that map just because it's not the easiest. There are not too many angles you can easily peek into where you get the advantage.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, and that's why I'm sad that Train's going to be leaving the map pool. I always love watching Orpers battle it out on this map. So we'll have to find a new proving ground for them. Overpass ain't a bad shout in that regard. But Maka finding an opening kill. The first time for a long time that they found an opening kill, the CT side. Let's see if they can maintain it, though, because NAVI Junior, they have been very, very clinical in these site hits. Very often not losing many plays. You can see their economy is in a great place right now. Monesi, 12,500. Onke, 9,000. Rest of the team pretty well off as well, as they run boost over to Olof for Monesi. Gets himself into a slightly deeper position. There is a player around the corner. Olof as one player take it down towards Pop Dog. Hadji still there, but Monesi just spun out another player, and that's Maki going down. 1v1 against the Orpa. He wins that one out, and a 3-on-3 ensues. He still no Hadji's over towards Pop Dog. They need to take him down. As he swings through the smoke, he finds two unsuspecting players, leaving Ornker on his lonesome, and he's not going to expect Lambert over by Green Train, as it's going to be LDLC finally getting a gun round under their belt. 3 on the board. It took Maka finding that opening kill. Hadji, a huge play through the smoke here. And LDLC, still, they lost 3 plays in that round. Not a clean round at all. They need to try and find a bit more in this first half. They need to try and get themselves up to 7, really.
No, it wouldn't surprise me if we get to see a solid T side of LDLC either. You know, even Nuke tends to have some weaknesses for some teams, depending on the side you play on. It's not like NAVI Junior have already won the map, so they need to be careful and not give away too many rounds to LDLC here. It's big. Oh my God, that is what? Don't tell me he's gonna get away. He's still hiding there, and yeah, he's still alive. Aji inside the smoke right next to his opponents, and this is all the time in game. Even finds Fear. Turns around to spot if there was anyone hunting for Maka. Doesn't kill him, though, but a man advantage back in favor of LDLC. And the push coming out towards that B bomb site. They're all coming out through lower. He spots them out towards ramp. Kills falling back. Rolling rotations. The op from Maka gets a kill and a collat tag. And it is going to be Bogger and Monesi, the last 2 remaining terrorists. They find the catch onto one more. And now Monesi, 1 versus 4, finds the first. But he's got to jiggle so much to try and win this one out and have godlike aim. But it is going to be Maka holding the line. Maka getting a double kill after missing that initial shot and putting him in a very uncomfortable position towards Brown Halls.
Yeah, that was a weird situation up in the Brown Halls, as you say. And NAVI Junior, I'm not sure how they weren't able to clear Maka out. Obviously, the smoke that he drops means that they can't molly him out of position. I'm surprised nobody pushes forward before that reinforcement can arrive from the ramp, but it is what it is. And now, NAVI Junior still have cash to play with. They're just going to go deep in towards this A site early on, and Fear with the opening kill will get traded by Maka. Double ups right now towards this A site. Might put the Fear of God into NAVI Junior, but, well, okay, never mind then. They're just going to clean up a lot of kills. Hadji and 6 of the last 2 alive. 2 versus 3. Six are trying to push in towards the site, but Orngear is ready for him. And Hadji with only 40 HP has been playing pretty well on train so far, despite the scoreline. Is going to be able to do little to try and quell Navi Junior. This one is going to be a 9th on the board for them. LDLC, a couple rounds found here. Not really clean rounds, though. Means that they don't have much cash to play with in reserve. Hadji saving this AK-47 might allow them to get a rebuy through. Obviously, Maka 3k, Lambert 2k, Chaos a little bit less than that, but both Hadji and Sixer with no cash to boot. I think we're going to see Sixer left with maybe just a pistol or an SMG.
Well, it is going to be the round win for Navi Junior, 9-4 LDLC. Yeah, that's really a question you want to ask yourself right now. Are you going to go for the force-up? Maka could get the AWP picked up. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to pick up AWP plus some body armor, and the rest of the team going to force up behind it. LDLC really need those last 2 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of an understatement. Navi Junior have really taken control of this game so far, as Maka tried to go for a peek over the train, but Fear is ready for it. Fear takes him down. Chaos trying to answer back, though, and that's a nice 2k for him. Good kills found towards main. Takes down both Fear and Menezi, but do they expect Orngear already here? Does it matter if Six is going to just flick him off the face of the earth? That leaves Pog11 Cynix as LDLC on course for a 5th. But is this going to be falling away from them? Can they maintain enough players alive to keep themselves a rebuy in the next round and keep the pressure on to try and find that 6th? Pog11 drops that one. Can't find the shots, though, and now that leaves it all towards Cynix. Isn't going to be missing that one. Is 8-5 on the board for LDLC as they're starting to find a little bit of form now on CT side, but a little bit too late. I fear.
Well, you win the last round, you win the pistol, you can get yourselves to the 9-9 scoreline, and then we'll see. We'll see.
But,
I don't count
it'll
LDLC
be
out
Navi
yet.
Junior moving on to the CT side, so.
Yeah, true. However, LDLC getting cheaper guns, I still won't count them out at all. They've got so many good players on that roster. Kills on the AK especially is an absolute beast. And quickly just checked out, okay, LDLC's T side not so advantageous though. So Navi Junior, surprisingly enough, win more rounds on the T side than the CT side by 0.4% difference. Which is, they're just amazing on both. But Maka, he's trying to make this at least 6 for his team. However, Fear comes in with a kill. Finds a double, actually. And this might just be the B-bomb site loss. Jumps out. There's going to be the rotation in. There's a flank coming through as well. But they're losing HP here on the CT side. Maka finds a kill onto Fear, but there's the kills coming through aplenty, and it's going to be all onto kills. 1v3. Finds a first, spots the second, but the back is turned towards that Mac Daddy, and it's Navi Junior. Double digits on the T side. Swapping over towards the CT side. Of course, they have the advantage, but LDLC definitely is still a team that you should never keep out of sight.
I don't know, I just don't see a world here where LDLC are able to pick this up on the T side. I think they let so many rounds slip on CT that they're just in such an unwinnable position. But, I mean, I guess it could be proven wrong. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but I don't know. I don't think it will be proven wrong here. I think Navi Junior probably clicked this map. You only need 6 rounds to do so. And they are super strong on the CT side, just as they are on the T side. Menezi, most kills in the map so far. 14 for him. Having a nice map of train.
It's not going to be any bit easy here. LDLC need this pistol to give them a glimmer of hope. Otherwise, we might be heading out towards that final map, which is going to be Vertigo. And I definitely always do love a good Vertigo game. Even though a lot of people hate on it, I think it's an amazing map to watch. There's a lot of wallbang potential, though, which also makes the map very strange to play because you can just spam through everything. But I am looking forward to it. So hopefully we'll go all the way towards that decider.
LDLC going in towards this B site. Menezzi following them out towards a ramp. I mean, obviously we saw Navi going for this B site hit as well on their pistol round. But right now, they're doing a lot better than Navi did. Getting in deep, getting the bomb planted. However, Cynix with 2 kills there to trade out his teammate. Just put Navi Jr. in the advantage for this retake. And okay, he has a kit as well. But Cynix has now had his head chopped off, as has Sixer. So still, Navi Jr. maintain the advantage and pushing forward. They're just going to be a bit of a ball of players working in towards this site. A smoke on the bomb that limits Lambert's availability and fear. That was a clean shot. Navi Jr.
That
picking
was
up a pistol.
Nasty. Oh, that is going to be Navi Jr. with the pistol. And okay, now I'm going to have to switch sides, LDLC. The chances are absolutely looking very slim right now. You are convincing me.
Yeah, I mean, some people have called me an oracle.
I have called you an oracle.
Yeah.
Multiple times. You are the almighty CSGO oracle. He knows stuff.
Yes, I know stuff. Not a lot of stuff. I know some of it, though. But, yeah, Navi Jr. up to 11 makes this incredibly difficult now for LDLC. I mean, 4 Galils and a Tech 9 might still be able to find damage, but with Cynix fighting 2 for the price of 1 there with FAMAS, it's all falling apart. It's only Lambert with Tech 9. I mean, I respect the attempt, Lambert. But that was a real. He was gambling a lot with that one.
Tap 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 die 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 die. Oh, that was a little bit sad there. But yeah, that means that LDLC forced on towards an eco, and well, they already had very little room to work with, and that room is becoming nearly non-existent at this point.
Pistols, maybe a kill or 2 can be found. We'll have to wait and see though. But anything other than Navi Jr. on 13 would have me surprised.
Come on, Glock Train, let's do this. 2 Deagles, okay. Maybe some damage. Entertain me. A little bit of a tapping. Okay, Maka, nice headshot. Takes down Pogger. Oh, Fear with the trade. Push coming forward. There's damage being dealt, but the weapons are dropping. The players are falling away, and it's Keels with just a Glock. Not much he can get done there. 13-5. Navi Jr. Train their domain, it seems. Definitely does look like a map you probably should ban out when you're playing up against them.
Nice little code there. If you do !Maynilla in chat, you can find yourself some very, very nice offers over at LOOT.BET. Some deposit bonuses and I think a free bet as well. So make sure to check that one out if you fancy yourself a bit of a better. Menezzi fancies himself a bit of an AWPer, and rightly so. He's taken down Lambert. And I mean, he went for a second shot that might have almost accidentally collected a player who was just walking behind through main. You know that wallbang you can do towards connector from the backside of main? He almost landed the reverse of that onto someone who was passing by. Fortunately for them, they do avoid the bullet and will now have themselves just that one-man disadvantage, LDLC. as they're going to creep through Ivy. Maka still towards main, hoping to catch a shot, and will find Pogrolev. Nice one found for him, but Onke's on the secondary up, looking for damage himself, and has already found blood in the form of Hadji. But as he towards connector, can't find anything else. And LDLC, they're getting themselves deep in towards the site, causing chaos. Onke is still towards the back lanes, but now he's left alive in a 1 versus 2 of Chaos and Maka still to find. 13 already on the board for Navi Junior. They can let a couple rounds slip here against the LDLC side. They don't need to commit everything to this one. As you can see, Fear, Cynix have a pretty decent amount of cash in reserve. Rebuy up. Pogolev, he could buy up as well, I think. So maybe it's worth Onke just saving this AWP. Drop that over to Menezi for the next round. And try and find 14 before LDLC start fighting back for too far in this second half.
It is going to be at least the AWP save for Onker there. And LDLC, well, they managed to take the round in their favor. And a little bit to work with here, but so many rounds behind. You can't really slip up a single time on the LDLC side, otherwise it's going to be well, over towards Vertigo and next. Double AWP setup for Navi Junior as well. Immediately Monesi and Onker, both the respective top players in the team.
Yeah, Pogolev just has to make do with an MP9, but towards Pop Dog. Certainly a weapon that can work there. Nice opening shot from Onke all the way over towards, well, near Showers. Gets the kill from Heaven over at B Halls. So Navi Junior once again holding an advantage thanks to an AWP. And this time, can they convert it, or are LDLC going to be able to fight back again with a chaotic hit towards one of these sites?
It is going to be the creep up towards that B bomb site. They have a quick flank coming in momentarily if necessary. Yeah, he's got a Reason Gaming sticker. God, does that org still exist?
Not that I know of. Well, not they don't have a CS:GO team, at least. I don't think so.
Oh yeah.
I believe they're still knocking about.
It's been a while since I've seen that name float around. There is, however, the push coming in. 30 seconds left on the clock. Last bit of utility will be thrown out, but the kill picked up by Monesi, and that's going to be the push in. They drop down. They find the kill, though. That means the bomb plant can come in, but the flank is also being set in. 2 CTs coming in from behind, and that's Pogger. That is actually going to push in, go for the peek here. Might be known right now walking on towards the site. The bomb is actually planted for all the way in the back, and Lambert with the op-in, and no idea what's going on there, but it is Navi Junior getting the retake. A lot easier than I would have expected from the post plant.
Nicely done. 14 on the board. And LDLC, you can see their economy. I mean, obviously the bomb plant helps them out quite a bit there. Extra $800 per player, but rightly so, a pause coming through. Lambert's already acquired himself a Galil, so it looks like they'll be going for the force buy, which I think is probably the right call here. You've got so far to try and close up the gap. If you allow Navi Junior to 15 with this one, that would have to be 9 rounds in a row, and that is a very tough ask. Whereas if you can get the force, well, get a pretty solid buy through here, a bit of a force buy, with obviously Maka just on 3,600 as well as Lambert on a Galil. But if you can get the force buy here and find yourself a 7th, chain a couple rounds together, at least just limit or close up the gap a little bit before Navi Junior get to 15. You can make it a lot easier for yourself. And they don't have an AWP this time, the LDLC side. Instead, 4 AKs in the Galil for Lambert. While Navi Junior will continue to run this double AWP setup. They'll continue to try and get it working on this CT side, as he has been finding some nice opening kills for the Navi Junior side as well. Which is obviously now LDLC don't really have a counter to that with their own AWP.
That is going to be another attempt here, LDLC, to try and deny map point. Double AWP setup again. Maka, Sixer, they're all walking through the smoke. No idea exactly what is in front of them. But it is Lambert pushing out solo towards the A bomb site and easily dying. That kind of feels like exactly how Navi Jr. played the first map and LDLC is playing the second map. It's just a lot of like lonely walking out, seeing if you can get the entire enemy team lining up right in front of you, which they can't. Spoiler alert. There's the push coming out. Yeah, this is just easy cleanup for Navi Jr. Yup, as well, Monesi doesn't really care in heaven that they know his position because it's a sole Maka left standing. And with that, it should be a 15-6 map point to be secured. Easy pickings, not a single CT lost. And now I have absolutely no idea who's going to take Vertigo.
Yeah, Vertigo should be up on map, Ian. It's hard to say either one way or the other, because Navi Jr. have very rarely played it. They've got one game against Project Versio, where they 16-1'd them, and a game against Isaac Boars from this season of LOOT.BET, where it's 16-7. That's all they played recently on Vertigo, and not really a strong comparison. LDLC have played it quite a bit, even with some pretty decent teams, but we'll have to wait and see how that shapes up. No scope from Onk, not quite connecting there. Needs to be careful. As teammate's got his back, Onk will take down the player trying to charge him. And where's the rest of the LDLC side? They're still over by main, waiting to come out. And it's going to very quickly be dealt with here. As Navi Jr. They do find their way to 16. And, yeah, Truman